has a brother or an uncle. I think the brother. And also, Ado's mother is Jankuma. He has a brother who became the chief of Chebi, called Nana Oforiata the First. Nana Oforiata the First, we know him in this our house, Kwao house. We know him first as Nana Kojo Fredua Ajima. And when he had his baptism, his name became Aaron Boachi Dankwa. And most of the problems came from our place because we have a very big drain passing through Nima and to the Odoia River. We are pleading with the authorities that the Gary project that they are talking about, they should use some of the funds to cover the drain for us. Koni wada Braimah Gimbala ame wukue shi kenye kwe mfunini yo bubu here Braimah Gimbala ike enyemme kula ke mulai ame bana usumanche ke agbene governor ni yo na Gambia ni se Alambes goji mfunini ashani ipete jeme wo wiemon wo yo je adisani atan shi saneni ba dienche wo ameba shiane ni ameba bi wo shiane giri afi okusumo ye da ye Nima kamu buka afi okusumo ye Nima imale shiane giri afi okusumo ye jake biaje tuma ni nyeba bi enene o ba su ni wo ha ni she we mu ke aha abachi na ke e wo chi e shi mas mo ma yue ye blofo ye mu bona fe ni me ni ba kwa wo ke ni now said earlier that even in the 1800s, we have a lot of Hausa people on our land who pay annual tolls to us as the judgment of the 1931 by Justice Roger Hall. Now, Nima belongs to the new Odoia family, and nobody chooses our tenants for us. We know our tenants. We know who is in charge of what. So, if Abachina were to be here today, I will present him once again. He is the chief of Nima. We have entrusted Nima into his care and keeping. And we needed to give him some advice. So I hope this advice will be videoed and then played to him. That we have two major problems in Nima. It's about sanitation and congestion. Hitherto, we have 13 sites where we dump our refuse and then have our toilets. 13 sites in Nima. In fact, my own house has one of the sites It is between my house and the Dunia Cinema. Now it has been converted to CDR. The other 12 too, the assemblies, successive assemblies that have come, have not helped Nima at all. They have converted all the dumping sites to stores for their own benefits, and have also went into contracts with people to convert the toilets into commercial toilets and sell the spaces for their own benefit. So Abachina had to take care of these things, because at the time, government pays the workers who gather our rubbish and take the night soil. So we don't charge government about the land on which the dumping and the night soil is carried out. But today, it is not so. Rather, individuals have done it without recourse to their Kwao family. And this is being done by the Futa family, claiming that Nima belongs to them. And this is where they have brought Nima to. Now, Nima has a big drain passing through the town. So, since the inhabitants don't have any dumping sites for their refuse to be collected, all their refuges end up in the drain and contributes to the flooding of our country, of our town. And in fact, we have a big market in Nima, and we know that market generates a lot of waste, be it biological or what do we call it, organic waste, as well as other type of waste, plastic bottles, paper, and all that. So we generate a lot of, but the assembly is not looking at this. So I'm telling Abachina to sit down with the assembly that when it comes to waste, the drip machines that were delivered to the assembly, they are of no use to the assembly. They should go and exchange the drip machines with refuse trucks. This time we are modern refuse trucks that as soon as you dump the rubbish in it, it will squeeze it and clamp it into a smaller form. And then they should create holding areas where residents can send their waste for collection. Now, many people in Nima have got vehicles. Our Nima highway had been turned into a marketplace. The assembly, successive assemblies have disappointed us. They never ever supervise the development of the area. They give permits for people to build close to the roadside without any space. And so our highway had even somebody who called himself a chief in Nima had used his frontage as a market, and then a lorry park as well on the road. So Abachina should take note of these things that I'm saying. In those days, we don't have cars loading on the highway. Maybe you have only one, but the cars are parked in the inlets. When one car is full and left, another car will come. But you don't have them all parked on the road like that. Very, very congested. We need to redesign the market so that we can include a parking lot as well as a refuse dumping site within the market. What is happening on the Nima highway? What has happened to the Nima highway? Very soon, the Kanda highway also will become same. That is how the Nima highway started. Now, when you move on the Kanda highway, all the shoulders of the road where one can drop a passenger or pick a passenger had all been occupied 24/7 with cars and other vehicles. So now, very soon you will see that the double road will become one, and gradually so I'm giving this advice to Abachina to look at how he will deal with the assembly to deal with the problem. If there is a pimple that can grow into a tumor, if you can use an ointment to deal with the pimple before it grows to become a tumor. If it's a tumor, now you have to take to the theater for surgery to happen. So once we have seen the pimple, we have to deal with it before it becomes a tumor. That came, and most of the problems came from our place because we have a very big drain passing through Nima and to the Odoia River. We are pleading with the authorities that the Garrick project that they are talking about, they should use some of the funds to cover the drain for us. Our main drain from Kaukudi to Paloma. They should cover it. Once they cover it, it serves as another land that has been acquired that we can, with the authorities, see what we can do with the coverage. Once it has been covered, we can decide to put up whatever, whether stores or we can also decide to use it as a road within the town. So these are the things we want to talk about. Now that end of year has come, then the Gimbala family have come to present a cow, and then that is all. No, we want that when we are moving within our town, if you look, we also want to advise the youth. I've seen that there are some youth groups that have sprung up who are also helping their fellow youth to see the essence of living a chaste life with the use of drugs. The drug menace is engulfing us gradually. So we need this occasion to admonish our youth, both in Mamobi and Nima, that they should desist from use of drugs. In fact, drugs can lead you into so many social vices. Even when people want you to go and do violent things, It's the same drug they will bring to you and will lead you into that. Rather, there have been notable people from Nima and Mamobi who are scholars, who are professors. We have one of our Professor Barry, whose name was just mentioned. You know, when he qualified to go to university in Alexandria, Egypt, the whole Fulani community can't get money for his airfare. So Odoia had to give him money for him to go by road. And I think it took about 3 months or so from Accra to Cairo to reach University of Alexandria in Cairo. Today, he is one of the stalwarts in Nima, Professor Barry. He comes from the Gimbala, Kola, and Mulai are brothers. He comes from the Mulai family. So, to the youth, we are admonishing you that take your studies seriously. Take your studies seriously so that whether you want to do white collar job or you want to be a tradesman, you learn it well and you make your living, because prominent people have come. Those of you who want to be in sports and drugs doesn't go at all. So if you want to be a good sportsman, then stay away from drugs. You know, there are very prominent sportsmen who end up in disgrace because of drugs. A typical example is Maradona, and there are a lot of others. Drugs ruined their career. So I take this opportunity to thank you once again, and the advice we have given to Abachina, I hope you carry it to him, for him to take it serious.